Hello, my name is Emma Pivato and I'm the author of the Claire Burke Mystery Series, 8 volumes to date, and the 9th is underway. It is from the 9th volume, called Justice for All, that I'm going to be reading today. Chapter 12, A Significant Incident, a Significant Insight. It was Hilda calling from the home where 2 young men facing various developmental challenges lived. She told Claire that she was there alone and Bill was out of control. Roscoe was trying to help, but it wasn't working. Bill just kept rocking, and now he had started banging his head harder and harder against the wall. Claire rushed off to the co-op, as they styled it, and found the scene was even grimmer than Hilda had described. Bill was having a full-fledged meltdown, and Roscoe was sitting against the wall with his head in his hands and moaning. Blood was dripping from his nose where Bill had apparently banged him with his head in his frenzy. Hilda was just standing there wringing her hands, and none of the animals were in sight. "Where is Job?" Claire asked, recognizing that she needed help in dealing with Bill, and that she was not going to get it from either Hilda or Roscoe. Roscoe also needed her help and support at that point, but apart from giving him a comforting hand on his shoulder, Claire had to keep her focus on Bill. "I closed the animals up in my bedroom," Hilda said. "I didn't want them to get hurt, and I need to check on them to make sure that Fergus is not upsetting my Roxy." Claire gritted her teeth at Hilda's priorities, but all she said was, "Please let Joe come here to help me. You can stay in the room with your cat if you like, or better still, you can just let Fergus out and leave Roxy alone there. Fergus can take care of himself. He knows Bill well. And I would like you out here to learn and observe, if nothing else." As she was saying this, Claire was busy grabbing pillows from wherever she could find them. She held one against herself now as she carefully reached over to wedge one behind Bill's shoulders. His head still kept connecting against the wall, but now with slightly less impact. Hilda left then, and Job was soon there beside her. Claire talked to Hilda's dog as if he could understand. "I need your help, Job. Bark and distract him." Job did start barking and running towards Bill and away again. It did help to break through the self-hypnotic trance in which Bill had placed himself, and Claire was able to wedge more pillows behind him, and she noted that his violent back and forth movements were slowing just a little. Claire began humming and singing then in a low, slow voice about Mavis, the 3rd roommate in the home, who had recently died in a terrible accident. Bill had been very attached to his May, as he called her, and he was going through a very rough time. May, May, remember me. May say, Bill must stay, Bill must play with Claire, play with Job. Roscoe hurt, Roscoe cry, Bill say sorry, Bill help Roscoe, Bill be good now, Bill no way, Bill no way. Job had stopped barking when Claire started chanting like this. He seemed to understand that he had done his part. As Bill gradually slowed down to a safer level of movement, Job approached him and began licking his hand each time it stopped moving. He would then back away quickly, giving Bill his space and protecting himself in the process. All this time, Claire said nothing directly to Bill, but just continued chanting softly. Hilda just stood a few feet away, silent and inert, but taking it all in. Somewhere along the way, Roscoe got up and silently went to sit in his reclining chair, his nose still dripping blood. Hilda did notice this and gave him a towel to stop the blood, mostly for the sake of protecting the furniture, Claire suspected. But then, after surveying the situation for a couple of minutes longer, Hilda put some ice cubes in a baggie, wrapped it in another towel, and gave it to Roscoe, instructing him to hold it against his nose. Meanwhile, Bill had slowed down enough for Claire to sit down safely beside him, her back resting against the wall. She continued to say nothing, and gradually he seemed to notice her and slow down. Job approached him cautiously, and when there was no reaction from Bill, he sat down quietly on the other side of him. The three of them remained like this for another 5 minutes, until Bill slowly came out of whatever self-imposed trance-like state he had been in.